This really sweet couple that I've been seeing in my couples counseling practice said today that they've managed to create more safety in their home and in their relationship based on the work that we've been doing. And so I wanted to share a couple of the things that they've been doing to create more safety and security in their relationship. And this was after a betrayal. So they were actually able to rebuild their trust and come to a place that felt a lot more secure, which allowed them to give each other more space. Because when we don't feel secure in our relationships, we tend to hold on to our partner really tight. It's out of a sense of fear and insecurity. So when we're starting to feel a lot more secure in our relationship and secure with our partner, when things are starting to feel more peaceful and connected, then we're actually able to give our partner and ourselves more space to explore the world and kind of be out in the world doing what we need to do without worrying so much. Fear and anxiety can really impact a relationship negatively, especially after a trust breach, but really any time. You don't need to have a trust breach in order to have fear and anxiety. A lot of us just live with an attachment fear that our partner is going to leave us. Maybe they don't love us, right? We don't know if we're deserving of love or if we're good enough. So this creating a safe space can be so beneficial for yourself and also for your partner. So I wanted to share some of the ways that this couple was able to create their safe space in the hopes that it'll help you to create your safe space as well. So here's what worked for this couple. The very first thing and the most important thing I think for every couple is the belly hug. And so I've probably talked about this in previous videos because it is the most awesome technique that I have ever seen for couples counseling. But what the belly hug is before you see each other, you relax your entire body and face. You make sure that every muscle in your face is relaxed, your shoulders, your throat, your jaw, your arms, your hands, that it's all relaxed. And when you see your partner, you give them a big smile that reaches your eyes. This is an I like you cue. This tells your partner that they're important to you, that they make you happy, and it helps them to feel loved and secure just because when you see them, you smile, right? It's so simple, but it's so helpful. And then when you see your partner, you give them a big hug, belly to belly, for at least a minute until the two of you both relax. And you can feel when that happens. You can feel when you're both relaxing into each other, right? This syncs up your nervous system and it helps to teach your nervous system. It teaches your body and your brain, this is my person. This is my person. They're with me. I can rely on them. I can trust them. So once you do your belly hug, then if you have a conversation after that, you'll sit close to each other, touching in some way, and you'll keep your voice low, soft, and your tone gentle. Tone is really important. When we sense that our partner has, firstly, okay, so there's a couple things that are important here. If there's any tension on our partner's face, our threat response is actually gonna be activated. And so we're not gonna be able to connect when we're worried that they're stressed out, because that reptilian part of your brain, that much older part of your brain, is always assessing, am I safe or am I unsafe? If it feels unsafe, it is going to not allow you to connect any further. So that's why I said to relax your whole body, and especially your face and your hands. But the next thing is if there's a tone, if your partner sounds irritated, if they sound frustrated at you, your threat response is gonna go off, and it's gonna be harder to connect with, or I'd say impossible to connect in that situation. So watching your tone is really important to create safety and security. Now, here's something to keep in mind. Even if things aren't perfect, even if you're upset with your partner about something, you can still send them cues that you like them. My guess is if you're in a long-term relationship, that just because you're upset with them about something, unless it's something so big that you're not sure your relationship is gonna last, my guess is if it's not on that big of a scale, you're still gonna like that person after this is all done. So what we tend to do is we tend to kind of take our love away when we're upset with our partner, but I would recommend staying in it, giving them the I like you cues, taking a pause, relaxing your body. This will help you to let go of whatever's going on for you, and it will help the two of you to connect. And when you tell them what you're upset about, it will help them to hear what you're saying, because their threat response isn't going off because they're feeling pretty relaxed and calm too. So this is not just for times when things are perfect. This is for every time. If you can create this habit of coming into your house, or whenever the two of you are seeing each other, of making it a really pleasant interaction, at least in that first couple minutes, it's going to go a really long way in helping you to be a little bit more stable for the rest of the night, but also more honest, because you can connect much more easily when you're not worried that what you're saying is going to activate either of your threat responses. So they did the belly hug. That really helped them to create safety and security in their relationship. They would also check in with each other emotionally twice a day. So over lunch, they had a check-in, and then at night, when they would come home together after work, they would have a check-in. And what this check-in looks like is, it is a body scan. So you scan your body to see if you're tense at all. So you see, is my body tense? Then you check your thoughts. Are my thoughts mostly negative or positive? And then you think about the events that happened in the day, or anything that might still be impacting you from the previous week, month, year, whatever. You think about what events are still impacting me. Then you tell your partner how you're doing on a scale of 1 to 10. You check in with your partner and you let them know exactly how you're doing. And in doing so, you're sharing your experience, because you're not just saying, I'm a 6, without any explanation. You're saying, I'm a 6, I could have been a 9, but then I had this interaction with my boss and it kind of brought me down, and I've been trying to get myself back up again ever since, but it's been tough. You're sharing your emotional experience, and you're sharing your real life experience with your partner in the moment. And that is so helpful, because it helps your partner feel like they really know you, and it lets them grow with you, because we are all constantly changing and evolving. But oftentimes with our partners, we don't go through the work of telling them what's going on in our lives the way that we might with friends, or other people who we get together just to connect. With our partner, there's dinner to be made, there's logistical stuff to do, there's kids to look after, there's so much else going on. So we often tend to not share as much with our partner, especially once we have kids, about our life and about kind of our real world experience moment to moment. So doing that helps your partner to feel really connected to you, lets them know what's going on with you, and helps the two of you to really feel like a team. Because when your partner knows that you're having a rough time with your boss, then every day you can kind of keep them updated, and you don't have to hold that part of yourself in. So it can be really helpful to just create that secure space where you have someone to talk to about all the stuff that impacts you, and they talk to you about their stuff as well. Another thing that helped this couple to create safety and security in their relationship, so that they really feel like a team, so they feel connected, so they feel like they're each other's person, is that they started to really prioritize each other. So they have different social needs. One likes to go out more than the other. The one who likes to go out more has started to ask their partner to come along with them, and that really helps their partner to feel connected and to feel like they're a team, and like their partner really likes them, even though their partner also likes to go out with other people. So feeling prioritized is one of those I like you cues that I talk about. We need to be sending our partner cues that we like them, whether that's a text that says I like you or I love you, whether that's making them a meal and specifically saying I made this for you because I like you. Sounds so cheesy, but it really, there's something so powerful about hearing that. Whether it's, picking them up their favorite snack on the way home, or planning a date night with them. It doesn't have to be a big thing. It can be a really small thing. It can be a text message with a heart, right? For some of my clients, that's all they need from their partners. It's just like a text message with a heart saying, I like you. So anytime we can share I like you cues with our partner, it's a really good thing, and it builds safety and trust in the relationship. Now, the key here, and what this couple did that's so impressive and important, is they created these habits and they stuck with them every single day. This is not like they created consistent systems in their relationship that they could rely on. So it's not like, okay, when we come home, we'll do our belly hug if things are going well for us, but we won't if it's not going well. No, it's every day we're doing our belly hug. And that helps us to have things we can rely on, where we know even if we are not at 100% in our relationship, we can still relax into our partner's arms. That is something we can rely on. That is something we can depend on. That is something that's missing from so many of our relationships. And honestly, there's so much loneliness and isolation in our relationships. And I think creating systems like this is one of the most effective and important ways to overcome the loneliness epidemic, to overcome feeling isolated in our relationships. We need to feel more connected. And in order to do that, we have to do things that we don't normally do. We have to create new habits. We have to interact with our partner in a way that's a little bit foreign to us, because what we're doing isn't working, right? I see that all the time. The methods that we have of icing each other out when we're mad, it's not working. We need to do things that are a little bit different. So this is my suggestion to all of you couples out there, including myself. I am definitely going to be thinking about this a lot more as well, because like many of your relationships out there, my relationship is not perfect, right? And these types of things help us to connect even when our relationships are not perfect. So I hope that you are able to build some safety and security into your relationship, and to really create systems that you can depend on and rely on, that help you to feel like you have a person and that your person is always there for you no matter what. I'm Jenna Thorani. I am a couples counselor. It was so wonderful to share this information with you. Please subscribe to this channel if you would like to create the most connected relationship of your life. I am here sharing information with you once a week on little tiny things that can make a really big difference in your relationship. So it was wonderful sharing this information with you, and I will see you next time. Take care.